Hey James, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Why am I always in bed when I do this? I was gonna say, oh, I look a little crazy right now, but just because your hair is like slightly messy and your eyes are wide, that doesn't mean you're crazy. To be crazy is like a state of mind or a way of acting, right? So, how do you actually analyze a state of mind? Apart from through psychological understanding, I'd say that's how. Or a way of acting. Now, isn't everyone acting a little bit in their lives? And isn't everyone ever so slightly or ever so a lot what you'd call, wait a second, crazy? Of course they are. Like, if you don't know, if you think like the other people are the weird ones, um, that's a pretty surefire sign that you're the weird one. And if you know that you're the weird one, and so is everybody else, that's just knowing yourself, right? We're all a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of happy, a little bit of sad, a little bit of today, a little bit of then, a little bit of this. Now I'm really rambling. So, anyway, oh, how things change. Isn't it strange? I was just looking back at my older videos, which are not very old. Just a month ago, a few months ago, 6 months ago, 10 months ago, whatever. But if you just look at me now and you say, hey, look at the way that guy's acting, you'd say, oh, isn't he strange? Doesn't he change from this to that, from one time to another? He's a bit of a shapeshifter. He's a bit of a strange chap, huh? Oh, he is and he isn't. But we all are and we all aren't. Like I said, there's just those who know and those who don't. And if you don't know, it's not because you don't know, it's because you don't know yet. You just haven't found out just how odd you are. And I was told that quite a while ago. There was a whole bunch of police outside not too long ago. Oh, Jesus. I'm tripping on things. Looks like they've gone now. I saw some blue flashing lights, and it wasn't just for Christmas. I think it's okay. I don't think they're after me. I haven't done anything. that I know what you're gonna say. Now, isn't that a suspicious laugh to do straight away? And now you're gonna say, and he's doing it again. But anyway, I need to show you my skateboard. This is kind of my crappy skateboard. I actually didn't realize. But it's enough skateboards. Which, like I just said, it's actually quite a crappy brand, quote unquote, you know, quote unquote and quote unquote. But I kind of like it. It's not too bad, you know. So anyway, I'm just thinking about people's reactions and whatnot. But you know, I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for me. You know what I mean? I've been listening to Jimi Hendrix a lot recently, and just listening to that guy's music, and then listening to the music that I really loved from a young age. Uh, no, I haven't been drinking. Um, I I really like rekindled that feeling that I used to have that would get me excited about music again. And I started thinking about this, and I was having this conversation with someone recently. It was like going to school to learn music, which is what I did. It was in loads of ways it was awesome, you know? The social aspect, meeting the people, just like being me but with friends, and then, everyone's a drummer or whatever, and we're all just like hanging out all day and shit like that, you know? Sort of great in some ways, you'd think. As you think, it's sort of great in some ways. But a whole other side to it sort of corrupted the seed that I had, which was this like very organic love of music in its purest sense. I really felt like the education system sort of ironed out some of my like raw um passion, you know? And I could say it's only just come back, but it sort of never went away. It just changed shapes and it went through shifts and all of that, you know? And I still love it, and I still did. Um but it's basically only just like very recently it's when I just rediscovered Jimi Hendrix, because I listened to him when I was like 13, 14, 15, something like that. I first listened to Jimi Hendrix. I remember being like, and that was some of the first music I really sort of paid any attention to before, like just playing my mum's CDs on a CD player, which was all like a bunch of funk kind of music and soul and stuff. But when I listened to this Jimi Hendrix, I remember hearing like these fills that Mitch Mitchell was playing on the drums, and I was like, wow, this is so fucking cool. And I really like deeply fell in love with this dude. I like the way he played and everything. And I had a real sort of like messed up time. Um, Sort of like towards the end of like my studies at university, and then then after university as well. Um, I was going through a real hard time, and the only way I describe it is like I was like sort of like I would say mentally struggling, physically struggling. I was just struggling, just like a lot. And then where was I going with this story? I have no idea. I always do this. I always forget. Anyway, you don't want to hear any more of this. If you're watching this, thanks for watching. This was like a very um, this was like a slightly more odd one. in terms of like accents and weirdness and like strangeness and but that's me. So I'm not denying myself to be just who I am now, whether that's strange or not. But where am I going with this? I've lost the thread again. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Of course. If you want to see some different sides to me, go watch my other videos. I've had some decent videos, man. I just watched them all. I'm just talking all sorts of crap. Um, but it's not like all like major, like serious, like, oh, here's my like plans and this is my life and stuff. It's nothing like that at all. Because that's not me. It's just a casual conversation. And that's what my YouTubes are gonna be, right? And if I get any like decent footage of me playing music, like maybe I'll put that on there, but I have loads of that. I don't post most of it on YouTube. I share some of it with friends. Um, some of it's on YouTube on different other people's channels. There's lots of videos of me on YouTube playing music because lots of people are taking lots of videos. So you can find them. You might not know how to find them, but you know, whatever. I don't care. Look, I am actually just a real person, so if you meet me in real life, like that is the kind of situation I like to be in. Is a face to face, real conversation. Oh dear, I need to watch these thoughts. Um, but this little YouTube videos, these are just for my own documentation, so I can look back on all the eras of James in a totally non-narcissistic way. No, seriously. They're for me to look back on, and for anyone to look back on, anyone who knows me or anyone who doesn't or whatever. I wanted to do this for ages. So it's happening. Anyway, much love. And yes, my hair is a mess, but it doesn't matter. And yes, I may not be the kind of person you're used to. That doesn't mean I'm not the kind of person that you could get used to. And you will get used to. Because you're gonna live a very long life. And you're gonna meet a lot of different kinds of people who act in many different ways. But in so many ways, they're all the same, just like you. Alright, you freaked out enough. No, look, you're good. Cheese, Louise. See you on the flip. Bye.